So you're saying that there are ghosts?
Yes. Yes. It is haunted, let's put it that way. There are spirits.
It's a place time has forgotten about, right out of an old book. The old Gilchrist County Jail preserves a moment in history, frozen where time seems to have just stopped.
If they tell us to leave, we do leave. Okay. Because that's what they've asked.
Time may have stopped, but for owner Arlene Hale, the paranormal activity, if you believe in it, has not. Hale bought the jail on a whim a decade ago.
I was not into the ghost hunting or anything at the time, so it sat for about 4 or 5 years before we started doing anything with it. And then I got into a paranormal group out of Gainesville.
Her group has investigated the jail many times since she bought it, but Hale says she was always a believer in the unknown. Little did she know how much her personal life and the piece of history she had bought would collide.
I have ESP, and I've had paranormal activity around me since I was 16, so I always knew about it. I just never knew there were groups that you could join.
So her group invited me in, telling me I could experience the paranormal if I dared. I didn't know if I believed, but I wasn't necessarily a non-believer. Maybe you could call it neutral.
So do you think that the presence is as strong now as it was when you first got it?
I think it's stronger now. I think they're more comfortable with it now.
Things happen more often.
So I'm going to get brave and actually go inside of this jail cell. Now, the owners tell me a Fred or a Frank used to inhabit in here, and he likes to talk to young girls and people with blonde hair.
But then I chickened out. Instead, I sent in Scarlett, a teen on the team, and conveniently also a blonde who was not afraid to talk to the afterlife.
Can you cross the rods, please?
One of the tools the team uses are called dowsing or divining rods, claiming they can ask simple questions of the paranormal. With these rods, you assign different movements to answers. They say when the rods cross, it means a yes answer, and when they open, no.
If you're here tonight, cross the rods.
I did eventually give them a try myself. The team told me they were talking to a spirit they had nicknamed Black. They say he was a Trenton man named Willie Ellison, murdered in 2008, his body left at the jail.
This is a fairly active cell in here as well.
Braving the upstairs, each cell had a history.
If you look up on the ceiling, you'll see where the guy hung himself.
When the jail was in operation, each cell held 2 beds, a toilet, and a sink. Oftentimes, it got cramped. While the jail was active, inmates were not monitored at night until a house was added on in 1966, just 2 years before the jail closed for good. So whether you believe it all or not, the old Gilchrist County Jail is not for the faint of heart, especially on a pitch-black night when the lines of history and reality blend together. Kyla Ryan, TV 20 News.